Hello. To remove the industrial backwardness, there are some suggestions which is suggested by us. So let us now discuss with the suggestions. The first suggestion is suppression of the industrial disputes. The one of the reason for the industrial backwardness in India, there is a huge disputes between the management and the trade unions. So whether it's about the interest disputes, whether it is about the management is not looking for the grievances of the laborers, then of course the recognition of the labor is required by the labor unions, and sometimes unfair labor practices are also put by the create the disputes. So for all the industrial disputes, all the industries must have one a forum where there is a combination of the labor and management who will resolve all the disputes. Next one, we have the development of research technology. All the industry or all the entrepreneurs must invest a certain amount to appoint some researchers, those who will research or find out what are the best way to reduce the cost, increase the profit and produce more goods. Then we have the increase in power resources. Instead of depending on the electric conventional sources of energy, like we have the electricity, coal or petroleum, if we will depend on the non-conventional sources of energy, like we have the tide energy, wind energy, solar energy, thermal energy, that where we are not going to affect by the lack of supply of energy. Then proper uses of natural resources. In the India, from the Kashmir to Kanyakumari, east to west, north to south, we have a huge natural resources. The issue is with that we are not exploring the natural resources the way we are supposed to do it. So if we will use the natural resources proper wisely, if we are exploring them properly, of course we are able to produce the more goods and we are able to rank first across the global map. Next, we have the establishment of the specialized institutions. Like in the state level, we have the SIDBs. On the agricultural level, we have the NABARD. Then, of course, we have the ICICI, IDBI, IFCI. Like many banks are there, which are exclusively providing loans to the industries. Then next we need efficient system of the industrial management. So right from the planning, organizing, controlling, and of course that whether all the things are going properly or not, inspecting them, all these things be industrial management should be very good. A particular courses should be started in the curriculum, so a person when he will work as a manager in the industry, he not only having the practical knowledge which is going to receive in the next 6 months, instead of that he is having some fundamental knowledge about the industrial management too. Next one is capital formation. Of course, without money you can't imagine about industrial development. So we should in we there should be a tendency in among the all entrepreneurs that or among all the Indians that instead of the saving, they should know how to multiply their money. They are ready to invest their saving. They are ready to making their savings in the form of the investment. Next, we have encouragement to the private sector. From the last few years, we have seen that number of startups have started. Like we have the Swiggy, Oyo, Byju's, Paytm, Zomato, then of course Udan, then Pine Labs, Policy Bazaar, CureFit. That many more are there, which are contributing a huge part in the treasury sector as under the industrial sector. Then earnings in the foreign exchange. So as possible as we are supposed to focus, and the Indian entrepreneur should focus how to get more foreign exchange for the country. So next time when they want to start the business, their work is not going to stop just because they are not having the foreign exchange. Then taxation policy which is applied by the government, even it should be very entrepreneur friendly. So they are not going to avoid that paying the tax, they are not going for the tax evasion, or they are not going to show the less profit, or they are not going to do the less production just because they need to pay more tax.